Please stand if you are able as the City of Bentonville Police and Fire Department Honor Guard presents the colors.
Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance, led by Bentonville's Troop 36.
Present arms.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order, arms.
And for your national anthem this evening, please welcome the Northwest Arkansas Community College Chamber Singers.
Present arms.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave, home of the brave?
Order, arms. Left, right.
Fantastic. I think you guys can be seated for this next part. By all means. Good. The Northwest Arkansas Chamber Singers. We're going to sing a few more pieces for you guys. Thanks for having us tonight. We're honored to be here and share our love of music with you guys. If you could,
spend it. When you spend it, then you're running out of time. You can save it, but to save it is to take a little time. In a minute, when you're in it, can you feel the passing time? It's an illusion, there's confusion when they tell you now it's time to get older, time to work and time to waste, and there's no time left to hold her, time to tell him how you feel. Well, there's no time. 3, 2, 1, 11:32 a.m. and dinner time. Not to kill, I said I will, and still it flies and flies all time. Not a time you can spend. When you spend, you're running out of time. You can save, but to save it takes some time. In a minute, you're in it. Feel passing time is an illusion, confusion. They tell you now it's time to get older, to work, time to waste. There's no time left to hold, time to tell him. While there's still time, 3, 2, 11, 2 a.m. dinner time. Now to kill, said I will, still it flies all time. Time you can, when you're running out of, save it, take a little time, minute, can you feel passing is an illusion, they tell you to get older, work, waste, there's no holder, tell him, feel there's time, 1:30, dinner time, kill, will still fly, oh time, you can spend it, when you spend it, then you're running out of time, you can save it, but to save it is to take a little time, in a minute when you're in it, can you feel the passing time, they say time to get older, time to work and time to waste, and there's no time left to hold her, time to tell him how you feel, while there's still time, 3, 2, 1, 11:32 a.m. then dinner time, not to kill, I said I will, and still it flies, and flies, and fly, fly, fly on time.
Titled Time. This is now a piece titled MLK, and soloist Will Gay. Pitch.
Sleep, sleep tonight, and may your dreams be realized. If the thundercloud passes rain, so let it rain, rain down on him. So let it be. So let it be. Sleep, sleep tonight, and may your dreams be realized. If the thundercloud passes rain, so
I will tell you over there by that light post, we do have a little table that's got some informational stuff. So if you'd like to come see us in concert, we have some concerts coming up. Our jazz band's going to be playing. The chamber singers have a lot more songs to do. Just come and be a part of the festivities if you like.
And tonight's prayer is from Pastor Chris Dixon.
Well, it's an honor to be with you guys tonight. You know, one of the great initiatives of our church is Love Your City. We put a lot of time, a lot of energy, and a lot of resource into impacting this city for the positive. And so for me tonight, I'm grateful to be with you guys, grateful to the mayor, to her office, all of you who work with her, and then each individual that works so hard to make this such a great place to work, such a great place to live, and to raise a family. And so I am honored to be with you. Let's pray together. Father, every person in this room desires for their life to make a lasting difference. And Father, tonight I realize that if that's going to take place, we deeply need your wisdom. God, the amount of lives that are impacted, represented in this room by the decisions in this room is really unmeasurable. And so God, I do pray tonight for wisdom. God, for those that lead us, that guide us, that direct us. God, I pray for your richest blessings over them. And God, I pray that you would lead them as they make the decisions that lead so many others. God, we do pray your protection over this city. And God, we really do pray that this city would be a beacon of light. God, a place where wisdom shines, where it stands, and where it impacts the people that live here, but also offers, God, a directive and a way to live to all those, God, who see it. And so we realize that we need your wisdom, your direction, your protection, and we ask that over this great city tonight. And Father, we pray that this would happen by your leadership and your guidance over each person in decision-making positions. And we pray all of this in the mighty, powerful, amazing name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Hi, neighbors. Good to see everyone.
Talk about a pre-show. That's just the beginning of what's about to happen over the next 45 minutes or so.
Well, we want to welcome you to Mayor Stephanie Orman's 2026 State of the City. We're back. We're back in downtown Bentonville, and we're so happy to see you here this evening.
This is our 4th year that Mayor Orman has so courageously asked us to come on stage. The first year, Mayor, I wore a red coat. The second year, Mayor, I made a joke about Doug McMillan's athletic ability. The third year...
It didn't land.
It did not land. The third year, I gave Alice Walton some candy. Anything is possible over the next few minutes, folks. Anything.
You want to go back to the script now?
Yeah, she does not like when I go off script. This is Dana. I am Aaron. Thank you so much for being here. We're a part of Downtown Bentonville Incorporated. We throw parties. We have a TV show all about Bentonville, but tonight is all about our city. This city is growing. Some people call it hypergrowth. But you know, I wanted to dive a little bit deeper. So what do I do if you dive deeper in today's generation? You go to ChatGPT. Here's what AI told me when I asked, what is special about Bentonville, Arkansas? The response was pretty cool. Now I'm quoting a robot. That's weird, I know. But here's what it said. Bentonville punches way above its weight for a small city. What makes it special is the mix of global business influence, outdoor culture, and surprisingly strong art scene. The robot was not wrong, guys. But it missed one thing. You. That's what tonight is all about. That special ingredient, you.
And tonight is about the people who shape this city, the ones that have worked, served, and partnered to make sure Bentonville becomes everything it can be and so much more. We're talking about the city leaders, the community organizations, our incredible police and fire departments. Thank you every day. Thank you. Our Parks and Recreation Department, everyone that works for the city, our educators, I think I saw Dr. Jones back here somewhere. Engineers, small businesses downtown, and all of our neighbors, we're all pulling in the same direction in this city.
Again, thanks to Mayor Orman tonight. let's hand out some awards. That is what this evening is about, and we're starting things off with a big one, the Community Hero of the Year.
Each year, the Community Hero Award goes to someone who faces life's hardest moments with courage. And in doing so, they make this community so much stronger.
Tonight, we have the honor to recognize a Bentonville father and son, John and Cam Leachman. Last November, Cam stood in front of the Bentonville Square, in front of thousands of people, and flipped the switch with Mayor Orman for our inaugural lighting of the square, our annual lighting of the square, rather.
What most people don't know is the story behind that special moment, and we're going to share that with you now.
When John Leachman's son Cameron was diagnosed with severe autism at the age of 3, all focus shifted to navigating the road ahead.
It created this kind of chasm between Cameron and I in terms of a traditional father-son relationship. I was way more in problem-solve mode than I was relationship mode dad at that time.
But one of Cameron's teachers in the Bentonville school system noticed a budding talent in Cameron and relayed his observations during a parent-teacher meeting.
Sean made a mention that day of a drill that he did in PE that Cameron just really loved to do. It was like this gee whiz moment of, you know, never even thought, in my wildest imaginations that he would enjoy running with me.
That moment and an observation from a teacher changed everything. The two started running through Bentonville each day a bit further, 1 mile at a time, a ritual beyond fitness. Running became the catalyst for an unbreakable bond as father and son.
The best thing I ever heard was see the able, not the label. And that is really what it's kind of put my mind towards, is just continually finding the bar and redefining, his ceiling, right? It creates this drive to say, we don't know how high is. We don't know where the ceiling is, so don't stop trying.
Their relationship is detailed in a book written by John, aptly titled 1 Mile at a Time, The Journey Towards an Unbreakable Bond with My Autistic Son.
What is 1 mile at a time? It's a deep look into our journey together and learning how to kind of come to grips with autism and become a dynamic duo here. We're best friends now. Wouldn't trade it for the world.
The book aims at paving a path for other families to navigate the challenges and triumphs of autism.
And if I can keep one family together because there's some ray of hope that later on down the line I can teach my kid to fish, or I can run with my son, or I can do something that we enjoy doing together and have a relationship, it's worth it. And that's what I would say is don't stop looking, don't stop trying, and or at least start and then don't stop. And that's what I was unwilling to do for so long, was just try to be curious about what he was able to do.
It is an honor to have John and Cam Leachman as part of our community. Today is World Autism Day. Dana told me that and said, wear blue. So Cam, these shoes are for you, buddy. These shoes are for you.
Some stories stay with you. John, we shot that 4 years ago in my office, and I've never forgotten that story. Good friend of mine. So I'm going to invite you all to the stage right now. And John and Cam Leachman, I wanted to recognize Lisa and Maya Leachman as well. I'm so glad you all are here today as well. We also want to invite to the stage Mayor Orman and Jacob Garrett from AT&T. generations, Scouting has built character, leadership, and community service for young Americans across our country, and right here in Bentonville, that tradition is alive and well.
The Cornerstone District of Scouting America represents scouts from troops across our community. Young people who give their time, energy, commitment to making Bentonville a better place.
They show up at city council meetings to lead our Pledge of Allegiance. They show up for service projects across our city, and tonight they're here to help us celebrate this community.
Now, behind every one of these scouts are parents, family members who drive them to meetings, show up for service projects, and makes their scouting journey possible. We want to celebrate them tonight as well.
It is our honor to recognize the Cornerstone District of Scouting America as this year's Group Volunteer of the Year. Please welcome to the stage again, Mayor Stephanie Orman and the Scouts of the Cornerstone District.
Come on. We do have a scout who has a few words for us this evening. Please welcome Sam Hansen from Troop 36.
There's really not any place better than Bentonville right here, right now, to be working in the type of work that we do.
Tyler, we'll get back to you in just a moment. Let's go to Sam real quick.
Hello, everyone. And for the record, I drive myself to meetings. I would like to say thank you to Mayor Orman, to the city leaders, and to everyone who showed up here tonight. The Scouts and the units that they are a part of are extremely honored to receive this award from the city of Bentonville. We work tirelessly in all sorts of different locations for the city to make sure that we are fostering real change for this community for the better. In the words of Sir Baden-Powell, the most worthwhile thing is giving happiness to the people in your life. And that's what we strive to do every day. So thank you very much.
Take that from, you may take that from. Thank you all. Thank you.
There's really not any place better than Bentonville right here, right now, to be working in the type of work that we do.
City of Bentonville, this is Tyler.
To understand how Tyler Overstreet got to Bentonville, we've got to go back to his final day as a high school student on May 22nd, 2011.
If that doesn't, immediately signal a response, that was the same day as the tornado that struck. I'm coming out of high school graduation, can hear the sirens going off.
Following the ceremony, in the midst of the storm warnings, Tyler met his family at a local restaurant to celebrate.
I was meeting my family for a after graduation dinner at Applebee's. My mom calls me and she's asking, "Where are you at? Hurry up. I'm gonna order your food for you if you don't get here quick enough." Me being an 18-year-old fresh graduate, I'm like, I better get there quick because I don't want my mom to order my food for me. So I'm like racing across town, and by the time I pull in the parking lot, I see some insulation blowing down the road. Didn't think a whole lot of it. That was almost the exact path that the tornado took. I drove past Walmart, past Home Depot, down Range Line Road, through that whole area that, not even 5 minutes later was devastated. In reflecting on that, realizing that, something as silly as, me not wanting my mom to order my food for me probably saved my life that day.
What happened next would not only shape Tyler's hometown, but also his future.
We make it home, power goes out, and then our neighbor comes over crying, saying a third of the city's gone.
In the days following, Tyler witnessed neighbor helping neighbor and knew his future was changing as public service was calling.
I really saw that community come together, that I developed a real love for public service.
Fast forward years later, during his senior year in college, Tyler went back to Joplin and interned with the city planner, a career path realized by a tornado's path.
I said it was really that experience of witnessing the tornado firsthand and seeing the aftermath of it and the recovery that really kind of inspired me to go into what I did.
A moment in his past that Tyler Overstreet will never forget. It's fueling a passion for future planning.
I knew people who actually graduated same day as people who lost their lives that day. So it's hard to think about it, reflect on it, but looking back now and looking forward, I think it is something that guides my daily sort of inspiration for what I do and why I love what I do.
Stories like Tyler's remind us that Bentonville's growth is powered by people. I don't know if you knew we were going to show that tonight.
Hey, Tyler, we're going to show that tonight.
Thank you for letting us share that story. I don't know if you guys know that story, Tyler's backstory, but it's amazing. Tyler's one of the people that steps forward, serves his neighbors, and helps shape the future of this community.
And just like Tyler found his path through public service, Bentonville continues to invest in places that inspire the next generation of leaders.
One of those places is the Bentonville Public Library, right here in the heart of our beautiful city, where curiosity is sparked, opportunity is created, and community comes together every single day.
Where's Hattie? Hattie Dudley, come on up here. Welcome Public Library Director, Hattie Dudley. Hey, how are you? All right, so Hattie, last year was a big one for the library. You nearly doubled the size of the building, and I'm sure there's more books in there as well, right?
There are a few more books.
Good. Tell us about the new space and the reaction from here in Bentonville.
Well, I'll tell you, Dana and Aaron, thank you so much for having us this evening. It is amazing. It is, to this day, I step back every once in a while and just kind of look around in awe of what we accomplished for the community and how the new library and the renovated spaces are thriving. They're filled with people entirely the time we're open. This last year, we did finish our renovations to the original building, and we're still kind of learning how to use our new spaces. We've made a few adjustments here and there, and my favorite thing is seeing how the community uses their library.
As with all of these things, there's always surprises. So what surprises have you experienced in the last year? And then what can we look forward to in the coming year?
Well, there are almost too many to count, really. First of all, the community support has been incredible. And looking around the room tonight, I see many, many library supporters, donors, volunteers, patrons, and partners with the city of Bentonville and the team that we have here. So that's amazing. But what we're seeing is the patrons are supporting us as well, and that's evident in the program attendance. That's evidence in the people coming through the doors every day. And they're so enthusiastic in how they love their library. And I've got just a couple of examples specifically. We average about 1,400 people walking through our doors every day last year, which I think this year might be even more. And that number is actually growing at a higher rate than our Bentonville population, which kind of says to me that we've got new residents coming to the area, but we also have residents who've been here a little bit, and maybe they're finding their new space at the public library. We have our Storytime space. I know there's lots of moms here that come and they overfill the Storytime space. We actually had to go back and make modifications and put in a sound system in the Storytime room. So that was a nice amenity and a nice enhancement. And our Makerspace classes are filled regularly. We had over 5,000 people visit the Makerspace last year, and they're just making art, toys, and other things that make their lives a little easier. And then the rooms that we have, our small study rooms, our book club lounge that's named in honor of Miss Mary Baggett, and our cozy little nooks and crannies here and there are always full of people every day, most all the time.
All right, let's bring the mayor back up. Hattie and the mayor are going to give away some really cool awards for the library, as we've got a lot of people making a difference there.
Yes. Very good. So such feats as the Bentonville Public Library's expansion and renovation could not have happened without an incredible team. And I'm really excited to honor and recognize our librarians this evening. We do this with Library Service Awards. So I'm going to ask Heather Hayes, Anna Sharon, and Christina Clark to please come forward. So these ladies are being honored with the Distinguished Service Award. It recognizes them for their hard work, and let me tell you, it was hard work, while still serving the public. They lead with professionalism, they collaborate together, and they support one another. And I'm beyond proud to work alongside them every day. Courtney Fitzgerald couldn't be with us this evening. We're thinking of her as well. But I'll tell you, not only was it hard, new, difficult work that these ladies accomplished, but they're still friends. Like, we can still smile at each other and we still like each other. And that, to me, is the true test of a real solid team. So congratulations, ladies. I love our professional photographer crew. This is awesome. We are also honoring an emerging leader this evening. Anna, you can stay with us, please. Miss Probdil Carr is being honored. She is a recent president of the library's Teen Advisory Board. She was selected by the Library Advisory Board, and she was selected for her enthusiastic service, her leadership, and her service has continued to have a positive impact on young people in the community. She's a Bentonville West High School graduate, class of 2025, and current University of Arkansas student, Probdil Carr. Congratulations. And last but not least, we have a new award this year. We're honoring a library enthusiast. This recognizes a community member who consistently exhibits their passion for the library through volunteerism, advocacy, and donations. This year's inaugural recognition is being presented to former Bentonville Mayor Terry Coberly. And it's a total surprise, right?
Congratulations to amazing public library supporters. Let's keep handing out the awards. This year's City of Bentonville Volunteer of the Year honoree, Margaret Curry. Margaret is being celebrated for 15 years of volunteer service to the public library. In her tenure, she has sorted and shelved countless books. How many books? 3,083 hours. So we're going to say billions of books. How about that?
We hear you are adored by the library team for your spunk, your meticulousness, and generosity, and the city is very thankful to you, Margaret, for your ongoing service and dedicated support.
Oh, one more time, Margaret Curry.
At the Arkansas Department of Transportation, the mission is clear: to deliver a safe, modern transportation system that enhances quality of life. ARDOT's 4,000 plus employees believe in public service, putting others' needs before their own. Since Jared Wiley became director in January 2025, ARDOT has focused on safety in work zones, expanding the use of speed enforcement cameras and cell phone detection cameras. ARDOT also launched Street Smart, a curriculum that teaches students about road safety before they ever get behind the wheel. Director Wiley's emphasis on enhanced internal and external communication has kept both employees and the public aware of our work across the state. The return of the Arkansas Highway Police K-9 program has led to impressive results, and human trafficking prevention has been top of mind as ARDOT trains all staff on warning signs and reporting. Other initiatives include a greater commitment to keeping Arkansas natural and the debut of our litter letters, reminding the public of our shared responsibility to keep things clean. In 2025, ARDOT let to contract more than $580 million worth of highway projects. This year, ARDOT is slated to let to contract more than $850 million worth of highway projects. The challenges are many, the commitment to safety and service is great, and it's all in the name of making Arkansas the best it can be.
Northwest Arkansas is growing fast. That's an understatement. We hear that all the time. But with that growth comes very real challenges like keeping our roads, bridges, and transportation corridors moving.
Yeah, the Arkansas Department of Transportation, ARDOT, is at the center of that work. Ellen Coulter, thank you for that story. We appreciate that. Leading that agency is a man who just stepped into the director's chair about a year ago, is that right? About a year ago. Please welcome Mayor Stephanie Orman and ARDOT Director, very lucky to have you here, my friend, Jared Wiley.
It would not be good to go off the back of the stage. All right. So I did say I would keep to my questions and keep us on time, but I really want to say thank you for doing this. I'm sure when the mayor's office called and said, hey, would you come talk to us about highways running through Bentonville and in general the highway department, you might have thought, but you were very gracious in accepting the invitation, so I appreciate it.
I'm delighted to be here. I always enjoy talking about highways, and it's great to see so many friends in the crowd. Thank y'all for coming.
Well, I said I would stick to my question. So as mentioned, I think you started in January of 2025. And so tell the audience a little bit about your leadership and some of the goals for your agency.
So I started with the department almost 21 years ago now as an intern. When I was in college, I started in Hot Springs. But I think Pastor Dixon's words echoed with me, because I think we're all just trying to lead and make a difference, to leave a positive impact on those around us. And that's the way I try to approach my day each and every day. And that's what I expect out of our agency. You heard in the video we have 4,000 employees, and just about every one of those employees is engaged and working hard to try to make an impact around our state each day.
So I know we visited a lot about community engagement, and I think that's an initiative for you. So tell us a little bit about what you've done and kind of what that community engagement means.
So communications is very important. Without communication, we can't be on the same page. Without engagement and partnerships, we can accomplish some things, but we can accomplish, we believe, so much more together when we're pushing in the same direction. And so I've been really trying to focus on that, improving communication internally. At the department this year, we hired an internal communications coordinator to help us communicate better internally. Sometimes decisions can be made in a vacuum, and people want to know why they're made that way, and so we wanted to make sure we opened up that pipeline of communication from top down and from bottom up. So we've done that. Ellen and the team in communications have done a fantastic job of telling our story on social media, and that helps us to get more engaged with the communities. I've been taking every opportunity to get around the state that I can. Thank you, Mayor, for hosting me in November when I came to town. It was great to visit with you. I visited in Pea Ridge that day, Fayetteville, Taneytown. I'm trying to get around the state to hear what the challenges are in each community, to hear how ARDOT can be a better partner with you guys. So that's been my vision this year.
So let's talk a little bit about that, because I often get asked about different highways that run through Bentonville. And so how do you partner with communities and kind of explain to the audience kind of how that works?
Sure. So it comes in many forms. No two partnerships are the same. ARDOT has about a $1.8 billion budget, and that is a big number, but we have a lot of responsibilities and the 12th largest highway system in the country to take care of. A lot of people are surprised to learn that. But as part of that $1.8 billion, some of that funding passes through us to communities, to counties, cities, other nonprofits for things like trails, small bridge projects. That's just to name a few. So a few years ago, we saw some challenges with that program and delivering that program efficiently. So Director Tudor and I talked, and we created a new division that's geared strictly towards working with counties, cities, private nonprofits to be a better place, a one-stop shop, if you will, for all those grant programs. So some of that $1.8 billion flows through cities and counties, and we try to be efficient with that and make sure we get that funding to you guys to use expeditiously. We've also set up a partnering program. We're so thankful for the half-cent sales tax that the voters approved overwhelmingly in 2020. That gave us a stable source of revenue that actually is indexed to inflation. Our gas tax, as you guys know, is not indexed to inflation, but that is, and we appreciate that, and the cities share in that revenue. But because of that vote, because of that partnership, the Highway Commission agreed to set aside $25 million a year to partner with cities and counties to help expedite much needed work in their areas. And Mayor Orman, you've taken advantage of several of those partnering programs. Cities around you, Pea Ridge, Fayetteville, others have too. So it's another way we're trying to be a good neighbor.
So let's talk a little bit about the future for Northwest Arkansas and highways around our area.
Sure. So any particular one you'd like to know about most?
That's a good question. All of those that connect into Bentonville somehow, so those are the ones we're most interested in. But.
Okay, so backing up not too far, if I get too deep, you just hit me. But in the CAP, in the Connecting Arkansas program about a decade ago, we invested a lot of funding in Interstate 49 and the widening of 49. We knew it was congested, and you guys know that. We had a lot of crashes. We're glad to see that widening complete. But as you know, that widening is done and the congestion persists. We have a saying in my industry, you can't build your way out of congestion. So now we're looking to entertain a study. Our friends at the Metropolitan Planning Organization here, Tim Conklin, his team asked us to study the feasibility of additional improvements to 49. So we're kicking that study off soon, and we're going to look at what else can we do to help meet those needs. You guys know Springdale Bypass is ongoing. We're about to wrap up Phase 2. Phase 2 connects to the XNA connector. That airport is growing rapidly, the busiest airport in our state. We will be here this fall cutting a ribbon on that. I hope you can join us that day. It'll be fantastic. Phase 3 goes from 49 to 265. It will be shovel ready late this year, early next year. And then, of course, we just kicked off our suite of projects on Highway 112 in the fall in Fayetteville, working on an outlet on the west side of the metro area to help relieve some of that congestion on 49 once it's complete.
Yeah, and we should start. We talked earlier at lunch that some work on 112 on the Bentonville side is also going to start. So I actually thought you were starting at Fayetteville and working up, and you actually surprised me with some information today that you were also going to start on our side too.
Yes, ma'am. So that's a big project, 18 miles. We were talking a little bit earlier today. When we conceptualized that project, I don't want to get too into details here, but we expected it to be about a $200 million project. We've seen costs increase so much that now, today, the right-of-way utilities alone for that project are $200 million. Construction cost about $500. But we are delivering that project in phases as we get it ready, 8 different projects. But yes, the next project that will be shovel-ready is the piece up north of Cave Springs and in Bentonville.
Okay, so is there anything I didn't ask that you would like for the community to know?
I just thank everybody for their support. ARDOT is communicating to be a great state agency, a public servant. If you haven't seen our Ask ARDOT portal, I'd like you to encourage you to check that out. We've received about 900 inquiries through that each month, and we have a 97% success rate, so 97% of those get answered within 3 days. So if you have a question about ARDOT, we're there. You call us, we'll call you back, and we want to be a good neighbor for everyone.
Well, I want to just say thank you for the partnership. We have lots of things to get done across the state, and certainly Bentonville wants to be a partner in what we can do here, and we appreciate that. And I also appreciate your willingness to come and speak and just be in the community. My assistant did, she was reading an article about you, and in there she underlined to me that you wanted to be more engaged with cities, and so you are living up to that statement, and I do appreciate that. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor.
Walk through downtown Bentonville and you'll see growth around every corner. Cranes overhead, orange cones on the sidewalks, new buildings rising from the ground up. In the heart of this rapidly growing downtown sits a landmark from the past.
It's kind of wild to think about how many kids have gone through this building.
Generations of Bentonville kids learned within these walls, including my 4th grade teacher, Mrs. Stroud, once just Marcia, an Old High student herself back in the 60s.
The school, I felt, was a big part of our community. And then just the people that have walked these halls, the history of the people that have walked the halls here and what they've accomplished and brought back to the community.
In a downtown that's growing taller, newer, shinier, does Old High still fit in? The answer, according to Principal Leslie Lyons, is yes.
We spend a lot of time talking to the kids about how to treat the space. This is a legacy building for our entire community.
Walking through Old High, you can feel that legacy. From the distinctive entryway to the original auditorium, to hallways, stairways, and corners that haven't changed a bit.
You have to have really strong foundation. You have to have roots, and I think that we're part of that, and that's exciting for me.
Just appreciate the history of what has gone on here and the number of years that it's been here, and thankfully the school district valued it, updated it, and they take care of it, and I hope and pray they'll continue to do that.
In a city racing toward the future, Old High is one foundation worth holding on to.
How many of you have attended a class in Old High Middle School or when it was the high school? I'm just curious. It's such a gem of a building. We're so lucky to have it. So we've looked backwards. We want to look forward a little bit as well. Growth done right means having the right partners, and that's people who care about this city as much as we do.
So back to the awards. Each year we recognize the design firm whose work and whose approach has made an outstanding contribution to our community. And it's not just about the finished product. Of course, it's how you get there.
This year's Developer of the Year has called Bentonville home for more than 20 years. They are employee-owned, award-winning, and deeply rooted in the fabric of our community.
Yeah, Dana, they work hand in hand with our city departments from planning and engineering to parks and public works, bringing collaboration, professionalism, and a genuine commitment to getting it right.
Halff is being, that's
mine.
you, that's you.
See, she called me out for not reading my scripts beforehand. Halff is being recognized this year for 2 projects that spark to everything we value in a partner, but also for the way they conduct themselves every single day.
Okay, let's take a look at the screen behind me because the first project is the Bright Road Tunnel, a pedestrian and cyclist underpass that solves a real safety challenge in our growing city. Of course, that's traffic on the corridor has surged by more than 200% since 1990, and for years, crossing it on foot or by bike has been a serious concern.
Working alongside the city and the Trailblazers, Halff navigated bedrock, existing utilities, overhead power lines to deliver a safe, well-lit crossing that connects to our community. They didn't do it half, they did it whole.
There it is. There it is. Can someone
Jared got it. Come, thank you.
There it is. There
Somebody.
It is. They did it the right way. They kept our neighbors informed, they minimized disruptions, and they made sure the community around came out better on the other side. That was a tunnel. Play on words.
Yeah, okay. The second is the Walnut Grove subdivision. We're going to show you that as well. It's thoughtfully designed to meet Bentonville's growing housing needs while preserving the character that makes this place so darn special.
Partnerships like this are what help Bentonville grow the right way. So please welcome to the stage the team from Halff, joined by Mayor Stephanie Orman and Bentonville Area Chamber President and CEO Brandon Gangelback.
There are people coming here from literally all over the world to build a city that is turning into something really, really cool and magnificent.
A common theme in our booming town is building. There's always something new popping up. New restaurants, new homes, new places to play.
Yeah, I wish I had this type of an environment growing up.
And in the middle of the Bentonville bustle is Broadway. But a business is building the Broadway mentality for both youngsters and professionals. Now, you may have seen Perry Ryan Theater Company at First Friday or the City of Bentonville's lighting of the square. But what you might not know is PRTC is a full theater company, teaching children the love of theater and producing community shows that NYC would be proud of.
This is a fun thing. It is such an amazing luxury to get to do this. And so sharing that joy, sharing the confidence it can bring kids on stage, sharing the community you can find with our adult actors, it's a good time. It's joyful. We're bringing stories to Arkansas.
Leah Beth Etheridge is a Broadway actor, and she's the newest resident director, leading Perry Ryan's rendition of The Little Mermaid.
Perry Ryan is bringing in people from New York, people from LA, being able to communicate with the ongoing art scene in the country as a whole, and being able to introduce them to these students is so, so special.
Each year, this theater company is adding new ways to reach our town. Most recently, adding weeknight classes to its playbill of options, something that attracted Grayson Reckner, who is the Director of Education for PRTC.
Did a little research, and when I got here, I think I was very surprised by just the amount of stuff that was happening, but even more so the amount of people who were trying to start stuff. Like, okay, it's like, hey, this creative over here, they're trying to start their own theater company, they're trying to start a gallery, they're trying to start this and this. Everyone was just very like, we're doing stuff, do you want to be a part of it? And I was like, hey, that's awesome. I love new things, I love opportunities.
In a world that's mostly scripted, one company is building toward the unexpected.
There's no way we'll lose.
Bringing musical theater and the joy of Broadway right here to Bentonville.
Preserving the joy of musical theater, what a mission statement. Like, that is such an incredible, incredible thing. I really think it's going to be impactful, not just for Bentonville, but for the future of the arts, total.
All right, so we can't talk about a theater company without you guys getting a little taste of the action, right?
Oh, you are in for such a treat. Oh. Performing Let Me Be Your Star, please welcome Perry Ryan Theater Company founder Kayla Grizzard and Emma Hallam.
Hating on a girl with a hunger for fame and a face and a name to remember. The past fades away because as of this day, Norma Jean's gone. She's moving on. Smile and your fancy Flashback to a girl with a song in her heart as she's waiting to start the adventure. The fire and the drive that makes dreams come alive, they fill her soul, she's in control. The drama, the laughter, the tears just like pearls, well, they're all in this girl's repertoire. It's all for the taking, and its magic will be making. Let me be your star. I just have to forget the hurt that came before. Forget what used to be. The past is on the cutting room floor. The future is here with me. Choose me. Fade up on a star with it all in her sight. All the love and the light that surround her. Someday she'll think twice about the dues and the price she'll have to pay. She'll have to pay. But not today. She'll do all she can for the love of one man and for millions who look from afar. I'm what you've been needing. It's all here and my heart's bleeding. Let me be your star.
Dana, why didn't you ask me to sing? I mean, we're doing a lot of library stuff.
No,
Did the
we've
music, man.
covered the library. Throughout this
Madam
evening.
Librarian. I knew you'd get that. I don't know where Marion is, but.
Throughout this evening, we've celebrated the people and organizations that make our city extraordinary.
But there is one final honor reserved for someone, or in tonight's case, an organization that has gone above and beyond in service to our community.
Joining us on stage now, representatives from Helping Hands and Mayor Stephanie Orman.
Years ago, someone in this community decided that Bentonville would be a city that takes care of its own. Tonight, we honor the organization that has embodied that promise every single day. Helping Hands, you showed up for this community through 5 decades of change and growth. You've put food on tables, kept the lights on, and been a steady hand for families who needed somewhere to turn. What you've built is more than a nonprofit. It's a reflection of the heart of this city. And a reminder that Bentonville's greatest strength has never been its accolades or our growth. It's always been the way we look out for each other. On behalf of the city of Bentonville and every resident whose life you have touched, it's my honor to present Helping Hands with the key to the city of Bentonville. Thank you for 50 years of service. Thank you for never stopping. And thank you for reminding us all what it means to be a community. Congratulations.
Thank you.
leave you tonight with this. Let's cue that music. After several years away, you can once again hear the sweet sounds of Pickin' on the Square in downtown Bentonville. Right now, the group behind Pickin' is using the community center during the cooler months, but I'm told to expect music around mid-May on the Bentonville Square. So bring your lawn chairs, bring your family, because just like that, a Bentonville tradition by exceptional members of our community has found its rhythm again, back where it belongs on our square.
Absolutely. That is it for the 2026 State of the City. Mayor Orman, thank you once again for trusting us. 4 years. Brave, brave, brave are you. 4 years.
I wanted to find really quickly Tyler and Walton. Apparently, Brandon, one of your sons, is taking photos tonight, and I just found that out, and I can't wait to see them. But thank you so much for joining us this evening. There's one of them over there.
Apparently, the key to the city unlocks more than she knew over there. Hey, we will see you guys tomorrow night. First Friday gets going tomorrow, the first one of the year. And in a week and a half, it is our first farmers market of the year. I'm going to ask you to do something. Guys in the back, you've done a fantastic job. Help me out one more time. Guys, get your phone out. Scan this. We are up for the USA Today Top 10 Farmers Market in the country. Right now, we are in 4th place. If we can stay in the top 10, we're published. That's our goal right now, to get to number 1. Tonight, you guys can do this. You can vote once a day until April 13th, I believe. Help us out. This is a huge honor, and I think the rest of the United States needs to know just how great our farmers market is here in Bentonville. It helps that we produce it at Downtown Bentonville Inc., but help us out anyway.
Thank you to Christina, Brandon, everyone at the Chamber, the city, for partnering with us on this event.
Our sponsor, CEI, AT&T, thank you so much. For Dana, I'm Aaron.
Have a good night.
Have a fantastic evening.